the Northern Knits Podcast. We are two sisters in fiber coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba in the alternate location in Osborne Village today. We have our fancy Starbucks drinks. We have some show notes, and this is our last before the crazy weekend recording. So we're coming at you Sunday, September something. In the 20s.
It's the 23rd, I believe.
Hey, it's episode 80. I remembered that much, guys.
Yes.
We're taking what we can get. Everything and all the links and all the nonsense can be found in the description box below. If you follow us as an audio podcast, hop on over to the webpage, www.northernknitspodcast.com. You can find all the links for everything we talk about there. Otherwise, we'll be here for 50 minutes while I do admin stuff, because I'll forget something. Diana is a genius. She's linked all the nonsense. It's all in there.
Yep.
I might even have a knitting blog up before we fly out. I wrote half of a blog yesterday.
Ooh.
And then had to leave the computer to run errands and do book club and level my D&D character.
All very important things.
Well, since we play on Tuesday,
Yeah.
really needed help making sure I had done that properly, because reading that book's a pain in the butt.
I need to do that tonight. Chris does too. Chris and I are going to have a
Did your work have scanners? You're having a romantic D&D character leveling up night?
Yeah, we're going to eat stew and do the laundry.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah?
We have a really beautiful camera.
Yeah?
Could you take really beautiful high-resolution digital photographs of the D&D book for the cleric pages?
Yes.
And my info and email them to me?
I can.
For personal use. Copyright people. Personal use. I can then, because they're on my computer, transcribe all of the notes and print out a physical copy for me to have in a font I can read.
I can absolutely do this.
Then I can put it all in a binder, and then I'm not asking people, hey, can you look up page 2 whatever for this spell, because I can't entirely remember whether or not it's area of effect or single target. And I have...
And is the area of effect, is it a circle? Is it a cube centered on a point? Is it a cone? How big is the cone?
I have 13 spells, 2, 4, 6 of which are domain, so I always know them, and 9 of which I choose from day to day. That's too much for me to remember on top of everything else. And we just leveled to 6. I have updates on other things I have to try to remember to do. So I'm like, you know what? No. Let's just make my life easier and start making copiously large amount of binder-worthy notes.
Nerds. Couple of nerds right here. These two, nerds. Huge nerds.
Not even, I am an OCD organizational planning nerd. I am so excited to go home and color code my notes. And now you know why I had a GPA of over 4.0. I color coded my university notes. Highlighter color specific. Drove my dad nuts.
Actually, you know what? I did exactly the same thing when I started bullet journaling. I would tag all of my to-dos with the courses and highlight them different colors depending on the courses.
Yeah, I
the
still
only way
do.
to keep everything straight.
I still do with my mom's frightened my makeup artistry notes. She's like, Jocelyn, I'm like, what? She's like, too much. I'm like, not enough, mommy. Not enough. There's not colored.
Never enough. Never enough organization.
I don't have color-coded Post-it notes in there, okay? That's my level of it's too far. Everything else can be color-coded, but if my Post-it notes are color-coded and size-coded, I have gone off the deep end.
I might have to start tagging my to-dos again.
It's the only way to keep track of stuff if you run multiple things.
Because I've got 2 different D&D campaigns and work-related things and personal things and podcast things.
Oh yeah, no.
Everything goes in that book. There needs to be some organization.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. All right, I totally derailed us. My co-host is Diana.
Hi, I'm Diana.
That was awkward.
Whatever, we're nerds.
It's not like we haven't been doing this for 80 episodes. We've been doing this for almost 2 years. 2 years almost.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that frightening?
Terrifying.
Oh my god. What are we going to cover this week?
We are going to cover What's in Our Cup, Cool Threads, Woolly Workings, Yarn on the Go, So Little Time, events, and a review.
You guys, it's 4 degrees, overcast and rainy in the province today, and it's been that way for a couple of days now. Jocelyn is so happy!
It is distinct. It snowed a little bit last night.
I know, but it didn't stay, so it doesn't count.
But there was snow falling from the sky last night.
Beautiful.
It is solidly fall.
It's so beautiful. The leaves are changing colors and falling. It's pretty. I no longer feel like I'm going to melt my face off when I walk outside.
The plants are all dying, so the allergies are going away.
Can you hear me? I sound better. My breathing is getting better. So pumped. So pumped. I mean, I'm not entirely there. We seem to have missed that first run of colds with the start of the school season. Because she's been back to school for a couple of weeks now.
Oh, that's good.
I
I
know.
definitely didn't miss that. I was down with something at the beginning of the week.
Nope. Nope. I was like, oh man, that never happens. I will take that gift horse, I won't look it in the mouth, and we will call it Uncle Bob and move on. Whew.
What does that even mean,
I
like a
have
gift horse in the
no
mouth?
idea, but it's a thing people say.
I'm really curious about that now.
Well, I also want to one day be a part of the Magden, which is the horde from who knows where. Because I'm also a history geek. Anyway, I whatever. What we're doing? What's in our cup?
Yeah, what's in our cup?
God, we went to Starbucks, so it's pumpkin season, and you know what? I'm not taking any hate for it. Pumpkin is my favorite squash. I will eat pumpkin and squash all effing year long. I love squash.
Pumpkin spice just happens to be my favorite combination of spices because cinnamon, cloves, ginger,
Yep.
nutmeg.
Yep.
That's a fantastic spice combination.
It is
Don't
wonderful.
tell me otherwise.
Nope, I'm not taking any ad for this. So I got a pumpkin spice latte. I did it with coconut milk, so it's not as heavy, because I find dairy milk kind of heavy. I asked for extra hot, but they didn't give me extra hot, which, boo earns. I know they're worried about me burning my mouth, and that's why I always go, if I burn myself, it's my own fault. And I got an extra pump of pumpkin flavoring because pumpkin! I've been eating my pumpkin scone.
I specifically have been holding off eating what I got because I got it because it's so cute. Rustle, 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 rustle.
Way to make a bunch of noise.
Noise! Okay, but just...
It's a cute cookie.
Look at this cookie, it's a fox cookie!
I love how your voice gets squeaky like you're 4.
It's a fox cookie!
You're gonna eat it after we podcast?
I'm gonna nibble a little ear right now.
Okay. Well, you nibble a little ear. You got with a flat white, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Okay, I'm sorry
Sure,
about
crinkle,
the terrible
crinkle,
noise.
crinkle.
I'm done with the crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I was just really excited to show off the adorable fox cookie.
Do you know the real sad thing is? I can't even talk for you for Cool Threads for terribly long, which is our next section, because I've been wearing exactly 2 things. The thing around my neck, which happens to be my Exploration Station shawl by Stephen West, A, because it's my most recently finished giant shawl project, and B, because it looks stunning with my cobalt blue lined raincoat. And this
That it
is
does.
lined raincoat weather, and it looks... And it's blue, it's moody blues and greens and purple, so it's like, it just, oh, yeah, huh. I'm wearing it to Vancouver, guys, because I'm taking the coat
Absolutely.
to Vancouver, and that coat looks excellent with my coffee shop shawl and this shawl, so those are the shawls I'm taking. Decisions
Excellent.
made. So, doing that, but holy Hannah.
It has been cold, so I have pulled out
Everything?
all of the everything almost.
Well,
It's not quite cold enough for the textured triangle because that one's dense. I have worn
Isn't it though?
basically everything else.
oh my gosh.
So I'm not even going to talk about the socks and the hats and the rainbow side because I talk about those all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm going to talk about the other new things that I've been wearing this week because it's cold.
Well, the only other thing I've been wearing is my cocoon cardigan, but that lives on by my computer, and boy, do I like just having that on. It's just... because the sleeves stop at my elbow, so I'm not too warm, I'm not too cold. It's beautiful. Oh, nose. Everything hasn't died yet. We're just getting there.
So, oh, cookie's killing me.
Cookie's killing you. You have
dear.
to swallow, then breathe.
I did.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Good.
All right. I believe you. Are you going to talk about what you wore today for coffee?
I will in a second. I'm just
Okay.
really excited about my alpaca cowl that I rarely get to wear.
That's true.
So this is a basic garter stitch. Basically, I knit a garter stitch scarf out of alpaca roving and then sewed it together very poorly at the back to make a cowl.
Well, yeah, but what was that, like, among your first projects?
It was. I bought this yarn at the Fiber Festival 3 years ago.
Alpacas are big out here. Like, they're big in this province. With every
Apparently-
right. Because they're freaking adorable.
But it's so big and soft and cozy and I love it.
Yeah.
So I've been wearing that.
Because there was, 4 specifically alpaca booths
Yeah, I think we have at least 6 farms.
that deal in alpaca, but
yeah.
I know for sure there was 4 independent farm to yarn
Yeah.
sellers that all they do is alpaca in the province, which is great because alpacas are wonderful, wonderful woolly creatures.
Absolutely.
I love my alpaca shawl.
The other thing that I don't wear very often is, I finished this like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I call this the San Francisco Shallows. The pattern is shallows, and the yarn is from San Francisco. It was locally dyed and is vaguely rainbow colors. So I thought that was appropriate from the first time I was in San Francisco. I don't often wear it because being rainbow colors, it doesn't go with a whole lot, but I have a more neutrally colored wardrobe now, lots of blacks and stuff.
Neutrally colored wardrobe?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I got more boring shirts so that I can wear more pops of color.
Alright.
Okay, you know what? I have some more black shirts than I did in the past, so now I feel better about wearing this and not clashing with things.
Just do it like Red and me do. Just clash and don't give two farts.
I still give at least one fart.
You gotta read the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fart. Because I can't say the other word and still be family friendly.
Yes.
I think you would really enjoy it. I hilarious.
I probably would.
I also found Rich, B-I-T-C-H, a beautiful self-help, not self-help book. I like those, we could be super overly cheerful and dramatic, but we're not going to be. And I make Dad listen to them because my dad does a lot of the self-help stuff, which is perfect. Like, if it's something you like and enjoy, do it up. And I do listen to them. I enjoy the ones that throw in really sarcastic, dry humor. Because I have a sarcastic, dry humor. And it speaks to me.
The other thing that I just wore today when we got coffee.
I must love you because I'm not listening to The Good Neighbor right now.
I wore my Rivers wrap out, even though I haven't washed it, blocked it, or, well, I've woven in the ends, but I haven't trimmed the ends because I haven't washed it or blocked it yet.
She's the boss.
But you couldn't tell when I had all the ends tucked into my coat.
That's why it took forever to get to the coffee shop.
I may have been very artfully tucking in the ends.
I give up, guys. Give up.
Anyway, it's in the pile to get washed.
It's beautiful. Finish it so we can take it to Vancouver.
I'm 100% doing that. Tonight's laundry night. I'm washing all my things.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just about through the great fall shawl washing of 2018.
Yeah, I need to start that tonight. It's just so...
Well, I have all the
so
ones
good.
I've made, and I have all of the ones that I bought. So I have something like 30 some odd shawls that I wash twice a year.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of hanging and drawing going on in my house right now.
Yeah.
My sister's like, it just constantly smells like wet knits down here. I'm like, yep, we're halfway through. Takes a long time to air dry those things.
It's damp sheep season.
Yeah. My cat's happy.
I bet. Okay, that is all the stuff, all the new stuff, the interesting stuff that I've been wearing. And I'm going to write down those books that we just talked about.
The Good Neighbor?
Yes.
Have you not listened to this yet?
I have not. No, I don't have time for these things.
Get Audible.
Yes, The Good Neighbor. I remember I did show notes for this. It was The Good Neighbor, read by LeVar Burton on Audible.
Yes.
Yes.
And The Good Neighbor is the biography of Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
And all of us know who well, if you're Canadian, know who Mr. Rogers is for sure.
Absolutely.
Because it's the beautiful day in the neighborhood. He was a fascinating man. I'm about halfway through now.
Ooh, I have to listen to that.
It's just so, I'm like, you're like childhood icon. Now I know he's an adult. There's a lot of comment. I also just finished a book about a very stressful subject because it was an excellent pick for a book club. The only problem is that particular book club has a lot of moms, and I am not a mom. And well, totally fair. Gonna be mom, not gonna be mom, personal decision. Whatever you choose is totally fine by me. I don't care either way. It's hard to have discussions with moms about books that involve moms and kids when you're not the mom and not sound like a jerk.
Yeah, I can see that.
However,
Mm-hmm.
the kid, it was about raising and having an adult child living at home with a permanent long-term disability.
Yeah.
I have a permanent long-term disability, and I do technically live at home. My parents pay for the roof I live under, and I rely on my parents a lot for things. So, high school girlfriends and old friends. So they didn't get mad at me because I came in from the other angle.
Interesting.
But it was
Okay,
written
that must have been a
But
good
it was written from the
discussion.
perspective of the mom. But I'm not a mom. So I was going, Mom, I don't get it. like, seriously? What are you reading? Go back to your romance novels. That's next! She has a cyborg one she's sending me.
Oh.
So pumped! She's like, your father thinks I've lost my mind. Because she's laughing so hard at this book. I'm like, must read! So excited!
Oh, I should read more romance novels. I could really use some more, like, and he said, what now?
They related sex to that? How? I don't understand. I would have never used that word. I mean, it's accurate, but I would have never used it.
I love some of the metaphors, like, really? You're gonna go with that?
What? But it's an amazing genre of books, and they cover such a wide spectrum of everything from weird to to really intelligently well written characters that you're just like, be my character. Where are you in real life? You're a good human being. This is not cool. But yeah, it's an underrated genre, but it is an absolutely, and romance novelists they can keep up with a voracious reader appetite, which I have, so I love. But yeah, if the cyborg one works out, I will send you those. I won't send you the dinosaur shapeshifting one where the dinosaurs don't shapeshift.
You know what? Send me all your weird stuff.
I will. Okay, I'll send you the weird. Are you ready?
I will expand my horizons.
Are you ready?
I don't think anyone can be ready for this.
Nope. Hey,
we're not gonna link that one.
You can opt out of the Cthulhu stuff if you want. I did not finish that. And I finished.
Bring it on.
I finished the zombie trailer park trash one.
Bring it on. I'll take all your weird books.
And I hate zombies. These are all romance books, guys.
Zombie trailer trash.
I will send you the complete book list from the one club that I was in that just wrapped up. They went for a couple of years every month, so it's a big list, but it'll give you a wide variety because they chose from all over the map.
Oh, I'm gonna read some weird stuff, and I'm excited.
Alright, I finished a couple items. So, Woolly Workings?
Woolly Workings.
Shall I start? Do I have more?
You always have more.
No, sometimes we have the same amount.
On very rare occasions. I have 2 things and some theoretical knitting. So.
Wow, okay, then yeah, I'm going first. We'll start with some finished objects.
Yeah.
I finished another basket for my stuff. I've not woven in my ends. It is a simple crocheted basket. I literally crocheted 22 stitches long. I chained at 22, and then because that's about 10 inches, and then I did single crochets holding bulky double on a 6.5 millimeter hook.
Ooh, that's some dense fabric.
It's dense, but I wanted the box to sit nice and flat, so it needed to be a dense fabric. So I did that till it was 10 inches, so it's a 10 by 10 inch box bottom. And then because I had 4 skeins of this color. This one is the chocolate cupcake.
In Loops and Threads Charisma, if I remember.
It is, yes. Which is acrylic, which means I can wash the snot out of it and it'll maintain its shape wonderfully.
The snot may or may not be literal.
You know what? Sometimes my stuff goes to houses with small children. It is a very real thing. Sticky finger stage.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's fine. That's why it's an acrylic, so I can wash it. And then it means I can go 6 rows high and a half double crochet all the way up. And then I have enough to do a single crochet chain around the top and make handles for it. And it will hold a Jocelyn quantity sized, which is a 3 to 4XL sized sweater quantity worth of yarn.
It's a lot of yarn.
It is 2,200 to 2,800 yards depending on the pattern.
Yep, that's a lot of yarn.
It's a lot of yarn. And when it goes home, it's going to hold my flat white sweater.
It's exciting.
So I can start that when I get home from Knit City. Woo! So, super easy to box up. I was describing it to Mom, and she thinks she's going to get me the dimensions of a size for her to store her crochet stuff in beside her chair.
Oh,
because she's learning to crochet. I said, I would totally make you one, Mommy. Buy the yarn color you want. She's like, yep, I'll go buy the yarn color I want. And I told her it needed to say bulky. And I needed 400 gram skeins. So she said, yep, your dad can make sure that's right. Thanks, Dad, in advance. He reads all our tables and stuff for us when we're out traveling. And I finished socks.
Socks!
My sock blockers came with me. I was so angry on Friday that I knit well past shorty length. So now they're sport socks.
Oh, look at that. They're done.
A small rib, because I really hate ribbing. So I literally have like 3/4 of an inch of ribbing at the top. Literally just enough so the sock doesn't roll.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm not into ribbing. These were the Dreaming of Spring socks that I did in Dye For You. And it is, again, I did them toe up, 2 at a time. I like my toe. My toe is very beautiful.
It is a very nice toe.
I really failed at the Fish Lips Kiss Hill, so I got some darning to do. I'm stuck and stuff. I have darning to do, but they're blocked. The ends are not woven in because I want to wash and block properly. I just threw them on the sock blockers this morning and out the door with them. But my stitch count, my recipe is good. Everything's good. I think I'm going to go back to the German short row heel because I do them a bit better.
Fair enough.
It's how it works for me. And like I can show Diana here, like I've got,
there's a bit of a gap.
There's some gaps I got to fill in there. That's easy enough to do. I'm not worried about it. But I didn't enjoy the Fish Lips Kiss Hill.
Fair enough.
Loved the instructions. Loved the pattern. Still think it's worth the $1 even if you never use it for all the extra hints and tips they give you. But it was not my favorite short row heel. So that's fine.
That is a completely fair assessment.
This month I'm going to do a flat foot and my heel, and then I'm going to do a longer sock, and it'll be a pattern up the sock.
Ooh.
But I don't like pattern on my feet.
That is also completely fair.
Because I find it rubs my feet when my feet are walking. Guys, I take 20,000 steps a day.
It's an important thing.
I really need to have my feet be as comfortable as possible, so I take 20,000 steps a day. That is roughly 2.5 hours of solid walking a day.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I know. Now all I have left is stuff I'm currently working on.
I have 2 currently working on things.
Oh, so do I.
Woo! Shall I jump in with my socks?
Yes,
Since
please.
we just talked about socks?
I did just talk about socks.
Okay. The obligatory dragon fiber bags.
Curse your sudden but inevitable trail.
Because dinosaurs and firefly.
I need to buy her a new sock bag, I know.
I just like this bag.
I know you do.
It's got dinosaurs.
Your thing about dinosaurs.
I like dinosaurs.
You do like dinosaurs. I am sending you that dinosaur romance novel where they don't shapeshift.
I don't like dinosaurs in that way, let me be clear. I'm just really morbidly curious about this.
Totally fair.
So these are my June socks from our hashtag Year of the Sock. I'm doing wonderfully with this.
So are mine, but I finished my June socks finally. It's only end of September.
Yeah. So these ones I'm doing out of a sock set from Midnight Cravings, the Cinema sock set. So the speckle is called Cinema, and the contrast teal color is called Curtain Call. The speckle is a white base with navy blue, teal, and mustard yellow sort of stripy bits. Let me lean closer here. Look at that. One beautiful sock, I think. Ugh. Anyway, and I am doing a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And I'm right in the middle of the heel, which is why I'm holding it up really kind of awkwardly right now. And not working on it because this is the middle of the heel where I have to knit. This is the one part of the heel where I actually have to pay attention and like use 2 stitch markers for like 2 rows, and it requires just enough concentration that I can't do it while we're podcasting, and I'm really annoyed at myself that I didn't have the forethought to do this morning so I could be knitting the leg of a sock right now.
Crazy lady.
Oh well.
Your second one?
This is the second sock, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
But I was noticing I don't have very much of the speckle left.
Nope.
So I'm not actually sure that I'm going to get the same amount of leg as on the other sock. So I'm feeling really good about the fact that I put the other sock...
On the waist turn?
Yeah. Well, it's actually dental floss, but yeah. So I might be...
you're using it as waist turn, so probably could still call it waist turn.
Sure, whatever, it's dental floss.
Got it. If you're using dental floss as waist turn, dude, there's crochet cotton for that.
Which I don't have. And you know what I just realized? My yarn fell out of a couple of stitches. I'm gonna fix that like right now. Oh my goodness. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a couple of stitches running away from me.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm just gonna put this very, very
gently down. Yeah. I think that'll be as soon as we're done recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix fix
First
that.
up, fix that. Kind of makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
But no, I think you're right. Having your first sock on the waist yarn so you can balance it out because you may or may
Yeah,
not make that length.
I may end up knitting off of the first sock to make sure that they're the same height.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
And then I'll probably take whatever's left of the teal and knit off both ends of it to do the cuffs, and then they'll be perfect and symmetrical, and I'll love them very much.
Duly noted.
Okay.
Shall we talk yet more socks?
Yeah, more socks.
More socks?
More socks!
Well, I cast off a pair of socks. So, I had to cast on a pair of socks. So in my Erin Lane bag, I put in the new sock yarn I bought at the Fiber Festival by Cup of Joe, which when you're looking at it when it's all skeined up, because it goes from that black coffee to coffee with 3 cream.
The coffee with more cream than coffee?
Yeah, yeah, where you just sort of like wave the coffee over the cream. It looks amazing caked with that color variation. Because it goes from that super rich espresso brown up and through that caramel brown into that sort of dark cream color. So, super pumped.
Oh, those look beautiful.
And I finished my toes.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
And I'm into my feet.
Oh.
And oops, I'm inside out because that's how Jocelyn knits her socks. 2 at a time toe up, guys. I really love the 2 at a time toe up. I'm not doing other ones. That's my favorite. Right now it's just my classic recipe, so it's 64 stitches wide. But this is a definitely marbled cake effect.
I really like that.
But it is turning out gorgeously.
Oh, it's so good.
So I'm so excited. My toe boxes look great. So I'm gonna be vanilla toe through my heel, and then I will find a pattern for the leg of my sock and go from there because again I walk too much to have pattern on my foot of my sock. It would be bad. I have some socks with patterns like that. I never wear them because they really hurt after a while.
Fair enough.
Those are on my Chagu lace US 1s, US 0s, 2.25 millimeter. I'm so Canadian, can you tell?
Hashtag metric revolution.
Hashtag metric all the way.
I learned a really interesting, obscure fact about why America is on the imperial system and not the metric system.
I can do my measurements in inches and centimeters, but go for it.
Okay, obscure fact.
Got it.
The reason is pirates.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the French sent the boat over that had the standard meter and kilogram and all that metric stuff. Like, this is the kilogram and
Yes.
the meter.
Yeah.
Pirates captured the boat.
Yeah.
And by the time they set the second boat, America had gone, you know what, we're just using imperial. That's what we're all using. We're going to keep going with that. And so they didn't care when they actually got their meter and their kilogram,
That's
and
fine.
it was too late.
They can do whatever they want.
So
History's
pirates.
weird.
Pirates is the reason the USA uses imperial.
Way to have interesting history.
Hashtag interesting history.
Hashtag interesting. Zoomamongan. You have to be the horde from who knows where.
Yep.
Which is a Bible reference. For when King Solomon was deemed unworthy. Guys, I know ancient history, that's it. You want a list of Sumerian kings? I'm your girl. Oh my god, your husband's gonna run a Monty Cook campaign for RPGs?
Yeah.
I feel like my character's name has to be like ancient Babylon inspired or something.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be so cool.
Doing it. Doing
Okay.
it. Alright. You want to talk about the other thing you're working on and then I'll talk about the last thing I'm working on?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, where in this pile of stuff next to me is my thing? It's in the bright yellow bag on the floor because it didn't fit on the table.
You got a haul butt this week, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So called it.
So, you know how I was still in the brioche last week?
Uh-huh.
I have one more row of the brioche.
Oh, jeebus, Diana.
And then I still have to do the,
Do you know I was warning you?
I know.
I've been warning you.
Yeah.
Not unironic, not ironically, not to me, like honestly saying, dude, it's going to suck. Go faster.
I know.
Holy shit.
This is why I never knit to deadlines. I'm terrible at it.
You never finish anything if you don't have a deadline.
I finish things eventually. I just don't like to finish them for deadlines.
Oh,
I know this about myself and I still agree to deadlines. I don't know why.
You're out of your mind.
Anyway, this is my exploration station by Stephen West for the hashtag Across the Prairies Cal, which coincidentally has yarn from all across the prairies.
Which works well.
So let's hold this right side up. How
You
about?
might find that helpful.
Yeah. So my color A, which is the white with the purple speckles, is Weekend Thoughts from Cog Yarns in Saskatchewan. My color B, which is this greenish gray color, is Naturally Dyed with Copper from Toggenfell, which is a local dyer. Color C, which is this deep green color, is Unseelie from Cloud9 Fiberworks, who is local to the city.
Miss Daria.
Yeah. And my color D is this gold, is Naturally Dyed with Marigold, again from Toggenfell.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I actually planned out my colors for this one instead of just saying go for it, and I'm really glad I did, because I planned it out so that my greenish gray and my green would be in the brioche, and it is turning out exactly as lovely as I hoped it would.
Your brioche is a lot better than mine.
Oh, I am loving the brioche so much. I don't love how long it takes.
I hate how long it takes, and having said that, I've been eyeballing with Stephen West shawl that's nothing but brioche.
I'm seriously considering it. I really want to do a brioche hat, because this stuff is so squishy.
I
and
don't wear hats.
Well, I do, so... Oh, don't mind my lifeline here that I could actually take out at this point. But yeah, brioche. Loving the brioche. Just the flow of it, it just feels good. Takes for freaking ever.
Forever. Is it worth it? Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%
Do
worth
it.
it.
Now,
it's just so lovely.
I will put one caveat.
Yes.
If you hate the look of brioche, don't do brioche.
Okay, well, yes, as with most things in knitting, if you don't like the end result, don't do it.
But if you like how the end result looks, do it. It's worth it. It's not as hard as it looks. It is not as hard as it looks.
No, it 100% isn't. Reading, trying to figure it out from written directions is like, what is going on here, but just watch a video, it will make so much sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
It's
I think
just-
I had it like at 2/3 puzzled out on the written instructions, and then I watched the video and went, oh,
It's mostly
that would have driven me crazy.
It's mostly
But
that
it's
when
really
it says
easy.
yarn over, it's not the regular yarn
Yarn
over,
over,
it's a
yeah.
slightly different yarn over, and that's really the hard part.
Yeah, that's it, and that's really.
But once you get that and it clicks, the
fine.
flow is just so nice.
You're
it
absolutely
feels
fine.
good.
Yeah,
Okay, that's everything that I'm working on.
that's it. That's all she wrote.
That is all I wrote for this section.
I decided for fun I wanted to see if I could crochet a cardigan last week in time for
Knit City,
Knit City
this Friday.
this Friday. So I finalized the measurements based off the pattern for my height. Here's my back. This was going to be the biggest one and the longest piece, because I had to do it and measure it out so that it was the right dimension across here,
Yeah,
and then add the extra length and check it every couple of rows to make sure I didn't go too far or too short.
yeah.
So this is ready, so it's going to get washed and blocked tonight, because that'll open up the granny square
Oh, yeah.
shapes. And I knew it was going to take the longest to dry because it's the most amount of crocheting. So the back is done, and I'm currently working on the sleeve for the Easy Crochet Pullover, granny pullover. Guys, the pattern is beautiful. It's easy. It's like I think I paid $6 American for it.
So probably like $7 and change Canadian.
Yeah, I paid 7 or 8 Canadian, so like I think it's $6 US. My conversion thingy is not so hot, but I wanted to be able to throw this in the washer and the dryer when I'm done. So here's my sleeve, and I mean it's a nice square right now. It looks good. It'll get folded in half. Hey, look at that! We got a sleeve tube.
Woo!
So now that I have a sleeve tube, I've got one more row because I want a little bit more ease in my sleeve than the pattern calls for. So I'm going to do one more row all the way around, so it's a bit bigger, so it's a more relaxed fit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally just add length till the sleeve is where I want it to be. And that is stinking easy. So I'll have the sleeve finished tonight, so I'll probably have the sleeve and the back on the block mats tomorrow. Because I block and wash in the morning when I do my laundry.
Fair enough.
And then I can tuck it away so the cat doesn't play with it. So when it is all done, it'll be done in the Bernat tweed. So the Bernat premium tweed in the chocolate, because it's a beautiful color next to my face.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's acrylic, I can wash it and hang it to dry, and it'll be none the worse for wear.
You know what? I've got some Karen Big Cakes. I'm really thinking hard about this.
Yeah,
Either the
because-
cocoon or this one.
Yeah, well, I love the cocoon because when it needs to be washed, I throw it in the washing machine and then I hang it to dry overnight, and then I'm ready to wear it the next morning.
I'm thinking
And
real
it's
hard
just-
about it.
This Bernat the premium stuff softens up as you wash it, so it gets cuddlier. And well, you feel the Cocoon cardigan, you know how soft that's gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just with a couple of washes. So given a couple of washes, even though it is acrylic, this is going to be so comfy to wear. So this should be done. So I have approximately, 3 days to finish the rest of the sweater? Because I can be crocheting it together, because you technically don't have to wash and block acrylic. I'm going to make sure the granny pattern opens up nicely.
I mean, I just like washing things when I'm done because I know how much hand sweat is in there.
My hands don't sweat, but okay.
Mine do.
Mine don't. Weird. But there's a little known fact. So I literally can be crocheting this together on the airplane right out. I won't, but I could. I'll probably have it in my suitcase, and if it's not finished, I take the hook and my spare yarn and I crochet it together when we get there. Oh no.
Gosh darn. Yeah, I'm 100%.
20 minutes worth of work.
100% I'm going to be finishing that exploration station on the plane.
Well, I've been putting off casting on my Goldfish Memories or my Chrissy shawl, because those will make excellent 3-hour airplane knitting.
Oh yeah.
Or my socks. So I'll have 2 projects that I can work on the airplane, but like this I can finish up once we get to the hotel room if I absolutely have to. Washing and blocking I want to have done. I want to have everything washed and blocked by Wednesday. Thursday morning the latest, because it takes about 12 hours to dry for the acrylic. Right next to my 1-bedroom apartment, the laundry room, it's always kind of nice and toasty, so blocking doesn't take any time at all. Excellent air movement. All year round. So I don't see any problem getting it finished. It'll be my main focus, but it'll be done. So if I get it finished, I will wear it for next week's podcast.
Awesome.
So we'll do that. But
I guess next week's podcast is going to be from Vancouver.
it's going to be probably in the hotel room after we're done Knit City. Now, if you don't get to go to Knit City, we're going to try to keep the gushing down a little. I'm pretty hardcore strict about it, because I always feel like there's no need for us to be, those people. We could talk about talking to people we ran into, things that we've seen, stuff we're doing, but I don't think it should be the primary focus, I don't think.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because that's just mean. Hey, here's this thing you couldn't go do.
My personal preference is when I watch knitting podcasts, I really enjoy when they show off all the stuff that they bought.
Well, yeah,
then it's
but
like
are you buying things?
Well, maybe. We'll see. Vicarious shopping?
Sure. If you shop, we will show up all the yarn.
Okay.
We know I'm going to shop. This is not a question that we have.
I will shop a little bit, but I am very much limited by the fact that I will have one small suitcase and a backpack.
Yep. So, you, ma'am, will... you
On the other hand, I can fit like 3 sweaters worth of yarn in that backpack.
So yeah, that's not really going to slow you down that much, is it?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I dropped $180 on tests this week. And yes, your basic health care is covered in this country, which tells you how fancy the tests are that I'm taking. It's really irritating. If I need an MRI, it's covered. If I need an ultrasound, it's covered. If I need to have a fancy digital photograph of my eyeball, it's $100.
Shall we segue that into yarn on the go?
Yeah. I was doing testing this week. On the bright side, I discovered I can crochet while I'm super blind.
That's good.
I sit on the spectrum of visually impaired as legally blind. So, quickest way to describe it, on a bad day, I have about 8% of what everybody else sees. On a good day, I have like 10% of what everybody else sees. Which I know people who are fully sighted are going, wow, dude, that's not a lot. And you're right, it's not a lot. But it is something. And I enjoy my something. To take the high-resolution digital photograph of the back of my eyeball, which sounds painful. I'm staring at a screen and they take a photo. It is no more complex than that. They have to they have to dilate my eyes. So I'm staring at a bright screen with dilated eyes. So to keep them dilated, they put freezing drops in your eyes. So I get drops to dilate my eyes. I get drops to freeze my eyes. Then I pay $50 per eyeball for a color photo, because that specific one test is not covered.
Which sucks.
And I have to do this every 6 months, because we're monitoring the progress of the disease. So $200 a year goes out the window just to have fancy photos of my eyeball, which they then show me after they've frozen and dilated my eyeball.
Hey, look,
and
you're this blind.
I go from my measly 8 to 10% to everything is wonderfully blurred, and I have either gone on a very wonderful, very expensive illegal trip, or like it's a distant purview into my future. I got nothing. Everything is blobs and blurs. Blobs and blurs. But I can crochet with blobs and blurs. I did my whole sleeve as a blob and blur.
And it looks perfect.
It looks like a crochet. I was like, oh, look at me go. I was so happy. I had to sit in a dark room with my sunglasses on because it was too bright. But I was so happy. Poor eyeballs. As part of my specific disease, my eyeballs are very slow to dilate and undilate, so it takes me a very long time to adjust to spaces. Diana watches me do this. I'll wear my sunglasses inside for a while because it takes a while for my eyes to just start to come back. So when you freeze them, it takes even longer.
Fun times.
Yep, and I get to sit in a sitting room with a whole bunch of people who are very definitely my grandparents' age range. I am almost always, by decades, the youngest person in the waiting room, waiting for tests. There are people in my age range who are driving their parents to these tests. Yeah, that's fine. It is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, man, it's a good thing I know how to get home from the clinic and I don't need help anymore. Because oh boy, yikes! It's a very blurry thing.
It's got to be an adventure and a half.
I always go to Fools and Horses because I don't think they're aware that I see more than I can because I only go after my clinic visits. And they're really good at getting me a nice cup of coffee and making sure I don't spill it all over myself. It's so handy, you guys. You have no idea. So,
oh dear.
But that was my big one. Is I'm doing preps for eye surgery, so that's going on. On the bright side, it wasn't just all tests. I did get to go to one of 2 book club meets this week. I didn't get to the second one, but I got to the one. So I was able to work on my, which is the case I was working on my socks. And I also took my socks with me when I upgraded my character because I get help from the DM upgrading my character. So that way I make sure I do it right. Well, he helped me fill in the initial sheet, which we did in pencil.
Yes, that nice
pencil.
Glossy pencil.
Yeah, so when I started upgrading my own, I was like, oh, I used a not polite word, and now that I knew I had to level up again to level 6, I was like, hey, great, let's sit down when I can pick your brain, so I can figure out what you wrote. So we did that, and we corrected things, and now I have a fully leveled up character for Tuesday's D&D.
I'm really excited to see this fireball action.
I have to be careful, it's AoE and it affects everything. I don't think I'll be using it terribly often.
So I should take some water and or freezing spells.
I'm a light domain, so everything I've got is all about lighting stuff up. It's either radiance damage or fire. That is what my offensive skill set does. I'm a healer. Hey, I have mass healing word and I prepare it every day.
Good.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
No. And I hang on to a spell slot just for that, so we can use it if we need it. But I also can whack things with a quarterstaff and light stuff on fire. It's the good stuff.
All good stuff.
And spiritual weapon.
Nice. I'm gonna have to level up my character and see what I get.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm pretty sure I've also not leveled my character. I need to do some serious work on my character and figure out if I'm playing her correctly.
I'm going to be poking everybody tonight and pestering them about D&D stuff. We'll get it all sorted out.
Yep.
But that was it for my Yarn on the Go this week. So I went a couple places. My big time sink was waiting rooms. That's not a shocker.
I went some places and my yarn went to none of it, so.
That's fair. What do we got next?
We have so little time.
You did your Tuesday sewing date with your mom?
I did. I did more sewing.
Did you sew more straight lines?
I did.
Excellent.
I sewed so many straight lines, and I only stuck myself with a pin hard enough to bleed once.
See, I don't forget what it's like to be that new at
Hey, you know what? In my defense,
But you know,
my mom
everybody
stabbed
does
herself at least 3 times with pins,
Everybody
and she's more
does it.
experienced.
I still stab myself with pens.
So the fact that I only did it bad enough once, I'm really
at this
proud.
point I react really quickly because I'm like, nope. I know what that feels like. Stop.
Yeah.
I did some ironing and stuff and prepping seams and pressing seams, but no actual sewing this week. So.
Okay.
I tried laying out fabric to cut patterns from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Phaedra was helping me. Without lying on top of my patterns for me.
I need to get some.
You want me
I need to
right
get
in the middle
fabric
of your
shears
fabric,
and
don't you?
straight pins.
Yes.
I have T-pins, but they're too thick, I discovered.
T-pins are not straight pins.
No,
We're
I mean they're
taking-
straight and they're pins, but they're too thick.
Perhaps this Tuesday you should be going to get nice fabric shears and labeling them fabric shears. And if
yeah.
they're used for anything else, the person dies.
Yes. Oh,
Because
I'm.
if you get a good pair, they're $40 or $50.
Okay.
And you want the good pair.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna see if there's a thing going on at work after. But if anybody from the Workcraft Club is hanging around after work, I might see if they can drop me off at the Fabric Land on Pemina.
Yeah, I
On the way
bought. I have 3 sets of good sewing shears because I've got one that is left-handed. I inherited my mom's right-handed ones when she stopped sewing, which I can use. And I have ones that make the fancy zigzag cut pinking shears, and they were $40 a piece and $80 for the pinking shears.
Why?
Yeah, because I can cut through 4 layers of denim corduroy.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay.
That is why you have very good fabric shears, and
Yep.
that is why if they're used for anything other than fabric, I will murder
Yep.
the person who does that. I have more straight pins than I know what to do with. You lose a straight pin, you lose a straight pin. But it's one of those, if you have the right tool, and it's a good tool, don't
Take
chintz-
care of your tools.
Don't chintz on your cutting scissors, because it makes a world of difference when you're lining
Good
up
tools
fabrics.
makes all the difference,
All the difference.
for
It
any
is-
craft.
It is worth the money, hands down. Worth the money, hands down.
I should probably talk about what sewing I actually did, hey?
Yeah, well, you sewed a straight line.
I sewed several straight lines.
Good. Did you make a skirt?
No. We're, all of our work so far has been on the dress.
Okay.
So, the things that we did. I wrote them all down so I didn't forget.
Okay.
Step 1 was darts.
Yep.
Because we didn't have a chance to do that before the last ball.
No, we did not, and I really needed you sitting there to do that because your
Yeah.
shoulders are very specific.
So those are the first straight lines I did.
That's fine. I said darts were easy. They were a good place to start.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a couple of, there's one, the big one in the back, and then there's
Yep.
a couple of like shouldery ones.
Yeah, just to tighten it up. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
But then the front was still kind of, because
You slouch.
not when I'm wearing that dress, I don't.
You can't. You're
No,
not
I
supposed
don't.
to.
I
and
don't.
you also tug down. You need to tug back.
I have done all of these things, but the problem was that it fits great here,
Yes.
but it was still loose up here and down
Oh,
here.
you did tiny darts around your arm.
Well, we were looking at all these pictures of period dresses, like how do we, and then we realized they're just all gathered. They don't really
Yes.
have darts in those areas.
Nope.
So we cheated, and across the top there's a tiny little elastic to gather it in,
Yep.
so that people aren't going, "Hey, look, there's boobs." And we sewed a thicker elastic underneath to gather it in, so
Yep.
it like actually fits like super well now, and I'm really
Excellent.
pleased.
Good.
But when we finished with that, the hem was super uneven.
Yep.
So we redid the hem.
Okay.
So that was my really big straight line. That was where I stabbed myself with the pin.
Yeah.
And
Were you able to hide all the nick marks from when I had to pull it apart and put it back together again?
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, good.
So yes, the
Linen
hem
is not happy about being
no,
resewn.
the hem. What we actually ended up doing was just like refolding it up and not even unpicking the old stitching.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because that hem's been done twice, so
Yeah.
unpicking that stitching at this point would be...
Yeah, so we just
Not
folded it up
recommended.
again, and it's
That's-
a touch on the short side, but it's fine.
It's fine. Good.
And
Good,
then
good,
we
good.
pulled out my nice new wedding present iron.
Yep.
Which, oh my gosh, I am not one to gush about irons, but my goodness, that is a nice iron.
They bought a good iron. It will do you for a very long time. Again, it's a tool thing.
It's a snazzy iron.
A good tool.
So then we ironed out the skirt.
Yep.
And we have pinned in place some lace edging for the bottom, like it kind of knee down. It's actually the, you know, at the head table at the wedding, there was that table runner?
Yes.
It's that.
I am so making fun of you forevermore when you wear the table runner dress. I don't care where you wear it for, it's your table runner dress.
It's the table runner dress.
That
Okay.
is great.
So we got-
super good repurposing.
It looks really good, and
And
you'll
I'm-
never know.
Yeah, I'm still calling it the table runner dress.
Yeah. So that's all pinned in place. We
That's
didn't have
'cause I'm a
time.
good friend.
We didn't have time to sew it down.
Nope.
Also, because it's got like scalloped edges.
Yes.
We need to. I think
You might
I'm hand
do.
sewing.
You're gonna wanna hand sew
I
that.
think I'm hand sewing
Yeah.
that.
And it'll take a while, but pick that as your Tuesday night project for a while.
Yeah.
Once you get your hands sewing nice and delicate, no one's going to know what's there. And it is.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can, especially for a scalloped edge lace detailing, it'll look so good.
And we also measured out some tulle to make an overdress.
Yeah. Good.
And my mom found some I had that purple ribbon.
Yeah.
My mom found some almost matching burgundy ribbons. So I don't know if we'll still use the purple ribbon. That might become like a hair thing.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
we're gonna have
It's your ribbon.
We're gonna have some burgundy ribbon around the bottom of the overdress. So it's just gonna be some tulle with some burgundy ribbon.
That'll look good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited how this is all coming together, and I'm sewing.
I'm sewing. You are.
I'm sewing.
Uh-huh.
I'm so excited.
Oh no.
I'll be over here in the corner.
Oh Lord.
Just be over here. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I know you're not sorry. I gotta figure out a costume for C4 and get that ready because I'm gonna have to come home from Knit City and buy the fabric and get going on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do Urza, so I hope I can definitely just buy the boots, which I kind of want knee-high boots anyway.
Yep.
I feel like I should be able to find the shirt and the skirt somewhere.
Good
but
luck.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is my sewing. Very excited.
All I did was pressing and ironing this week. I laid out fabric on the table and argued with a cat. That's how my life goes, folks.
Okay, that brings us to events.
Mm-hmm.
Knit City is on Friday.
It starts on Friday.
Starts on Friday. We'll be on a plane on Friday morning.
We will be.
We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. I'm really excited. I haven't been on a trip in a while, and
Super exciting is I am a morning person, which means you will get your sunrise alarm wake-up call because I will be cranking the windows open at 10-minute, 15-minute increments for you. Because I'll want to get you out of bed, and I know it'll be easier with sunshine in your face.
Yeah, well.
So it'll probably open up a bit, go shower, come back, open up more, make a cup of tea.
Just throw them open.
Just
I'll wake
crank
up
them open?
Just crank them open. I'll get up eventually.
So get into the shower, you're awake. Good morning.
And awake does not mean out of bed.
No, I'm aware of that.
Ah.
Let's go have breakfast. You're traveling with a morning person.
I can fake being a morning person. It'll be alright.
I'll put coffee in you, you'll be fine.
It'll be good. It'll be a good time. So
I've traveled with enough non-morning people. I know what level of cheerful is not appreciated in the morning. I can fake being moderately excited about mornings. I can't be unexcited about mornings, but I can put a damper on it till after the non-morning people have had their coffee.
I appreciate it.
And then you're on your own, because you've had your coffee.
I am very much naturally a nocturnal person, so I can fake it.
I can fake being a nocturnal person.
And there you go. Okay, so that's the most immediate thing. We also have the hashtag Year of the Sock that we are running.
Yeah? I want to see if you can do it from memory. Can you do it from memory?
Right up until I get to all of the knit-alongs that you're doing.
Well, the Year of the Sock runs till the end of December.
Yep. Knit a pair of, or knit or crochet, I suppose.
See, technically it's done at this size, but I feel like I need an extra space in there. No, I mean, it's a little snug because it's over a sweater sleeve right now, but I want that extra space.
Well, that's up
I feel
to
like
you.
it's too snug. I'm going to go around again.
Go for it.
Deviating from the pattern!
Pattern hacks!
Whatever. Listen, these arms can lift 75 kilogram bags of anything, really, without putting much stress on me, so.
Fair enough. So hashtag Year of the Sock, question mark. Knit a pair or crochet a pair of adult socks every month of the year. Do better than us,
That's
as
not
we
hard.
just finish our June socks in September. And post a picture or a link to your pattern page with your finished socks. You can have multiple pairs of finished socks every month. And there's a finished objects thread in our Ravelry group, Northern Knits Podcast. Yeah, post in there and we will have a draw at the end of the year.
Yep, we're going to have several draws at the end of the year because there'll be more than one prize.
There have been some questions about posting pictures and stuff. Posting pictures from a mobile device into a group thread costs money. But if you post them to your project page and link that, that does not cost money.
You are correct.
I've also had some questions about needing permission to post in groups.
You have to be a member of the group. If you
Okay.
are not a member of our group, you need our permission. If you are a member of our group, you have permission to post on the threads.
Okay,
But
is that how that works? Because
you
I
have to be a part of the
had
group.
no idea.
Yeah. So
Okay, so
go-
join our group and then you can
join-
post
join
all
the
the
group
things
and
you want.
can post all the things you want, and then
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the only trick to that one is you have to be a member of the group.
Okay, because I did not know the answer to that because beyond our group, I am not active in any groups, and that might
I'm
make me
active
bad.
in tons of groups.
Okay,
just
I'm glad you know the
intermittently.
answers to these
And
questions
if I'm
then.
not a member, I can't be active. And that seems fair. I should not be participating in member threads if I am not a member of said group.
Fair enough.
And let's be honest, joining our group is clicking the button that says join this group.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's instantaneous. And Raveler goes, hey, welcome to the group.
Yeah.
So it's not
Last-
hard, but yeah, you have to be a member of the group. Which is fair because if you can't link into the photos, you're not a member of the group and you wouldn't be eligible to win a group prize anyway.
Also true.
Yeah, so.
All right, so that's that one. We are also hosting, in conjunction with several other podcasts, the hashtag Across the Prairies Cal, where
Can you
we're...
list all the podcasts?
I can. We're knitting The Exploration Station by Stephen West. Some of us, many of us, are already done.
I
Some
think
of us
you're really the
may not
only
make the
one-
deadline.
No, I think there's you and oh no, I don't think Chrissy's done hers. Is it Chrissy or
We'll see. We'll see.
I forget which one of the other sisters.
It's going to be
is
right
doing
down
it.
to the wire.
Yeah, but you are classic for your down to the
Oh, yeah,
wires.
absolutely. Procrastinator, right here.
Yep, I know.
So we're doing that in conjunction with Cozy Up Knits
Yep.
in Alberta. Feathered Stitches. They are from Manitoba.
Alberta.
Also Alberta?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm bad with locations. And the other one that's from Manitoba is called A Tale of Two Knitters.
Go you.
I can remember things.
We saw Jenny and Jenny Marie at the Fiber Festival. They were in with
Yes.
Mammoth Yarns because that's one of their shops.
It was lovely to meet everybody. So exciting.
Mm.
Take pictures.
I'm excited to meet more people.
Yes. More people, more pictures.
All the people. Diana wants to use your camera, guys. Come find us.
I like the camera.
I know you do. There's going to be so many photos of me artfully drinking coffee.
Absolutely.
I
As
might
play
have to
with
do an Instagram spread of me artfully drinking coffee over the weekend and go, seriously? She needs a life, guys.
Well, I
This is why you get nothing done. You're too busy taking photos of me drinking coffee artfully. Which,
have
by the way,
4 lenses.
she goes, I'm taking a photo of you drinking coffee. Don't pay attention, so it's candid. Like it's a posed candid shot.
Yeah.
I will stare off into the distance and think
Absolutely.
deep thoughts like, why am I doing this?
Exactly. I have 4 lenses to play with, okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't mind being your picture person. It's not a problem.
It's fun. I like being a photographer, it turns out.
No, that's
I
totally,
didn't know.
totally fine. It just makes me laugh.
Alright, that is all of the stuff that I am actively participating in. You have a few knit-alongs, I believe.
When don't I? I'm going to be casting on for the Ugly Christmas Sweater, which is being run by Cozy Up Knits. When we get home from Knit City, because I wasn't going to cast on before Knit City.
That's fair.
And it's a decision I made because I have till the 1st of December to do a sweater. And I'm
Okay.
like, the 2nd of October till the 1st of December? That's more than enough time. If I focus on it, that's more than enough time.
Oh, yeah. For you, yes.
Yeah. There's the All in the Family Knit Along, which there are 2 shawls left for me to create, the Chrissy shawl and the Sarah shawl, which is the other Cozy Up Knits knit along that I am participating in. I've done the first 2 sisters. I like the patterns for the second 2 sisters. I'm going to do them. I'm actually picking up the Sarah shawl tonight when I get home because I think I might shop for yarn for the Sarah shawl out at Knit City. So, because her brioching is gorgeous, and I want to do it.
I want to do all the shawls eventually, but it's not going to happen this year.
Totally fair. So I'm going to do that and get those entries in. And then what else do I have on the go?
I suppose I will eventually be participating in the Knitmore Girls hashtag Choose Your Own Adventure Cal, which is knit a sweater, any sweater.
Yep.
Literally any sweater.
Yep.
I've ordered yarn for that, but it was a custom order from Dye For You at the Fiber Festival, so that will be another week or 2 yet.
Yeah, I think you're getting it in shortly after we get to home from Knit City.
Yeah.
Allie was talking to us and we're like, you don't have time till we get home.
Oh yeah.
First
no.
week of October anyway.
Absolutely not.
So it's totally
So
cool.
I will be participating in that. once I get the yarn in a couple of weeks.
I think that's totally fair. I am technically, even though wasn't initially, this was me watching The Grocery Girls, the sweater I'm working on, and Jody telling Tracy to knit a sweater in like a week and a bit. And me watching a couple of days later going, yeah, sure, why not, I'll give it a go. I'm crocheting it, but I think they have a crochet along going on, so I might enter this as my crochet along project.
Nice.
I do not have time to do the Stephen West mystery knit. I am so sad. I don't have time. October is the craft all the things for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I am so doing that. 'Cause Halloween, you guys.
It's your jam. It's your season.
Oh,
it's your time.
It's my time of year. I have already started watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. I have already started listening to Halloween music. It's been going strong since the 2nd of September. It's a thing. Hey, October the 21st, we're going to the sing-along.
Oh, yeah.
That's next month. I have 2 tickets to go to the Park Theater for the Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along.
I'm so
So
excited.
it's going to be us, a whole bunch of other adults in a theater with adult beveraging, singing along happily, on key, off key, loud, quiet, to the Nightmare Before Christmas movie
I'm really excited.
by Tim Burton.
I'm really excited.
I'm so pumped, you have no idea.
I've never been to one of the sing-alongs before because they always sell out like right away.
Well, they're always the Buffy one, and I have no interest in that one. I do the Rocky Horror Picture Show every once in a while because I enjoy
Oh, I'd
that.
love to do that one.
But this is the first Nightmare Before Christmas. So it's like the tickets went on sale, and I bought the first day. I was like, 2 tickets for Jocelyn. I don't care who I'm taking. I'm taking somebody. And I was like, hey, Diana, want to be my date?
Absolutely.
And how often do you get to see me out in public in a printed T-shirt?
Never. Never
So-
once in my entire knowing you for like
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
Ooh, 6 years.
6 years?
Do the math.
I don't really want to do that math right now, thanks. Anyway, the entire time that I've known you, I've never once seen you wear a printed t-shirt.
Yeah, we're closing in on 6 years because Ben and I would have been 5 years in November, and we were
Huh.
friends before we started dating for about a year.
Huh?
In that acquaintance friends range.
Huh.
So yeah, about 6 years.
Hmm.
That's depressing.
Just gonna take that thought and crumple that up and throw it
And
over there.
Throw it over there? You don't want that thought?
No.
You don't like scary math?
No, I don't. Take your scary math and...
So you're going to see me in a printed t-shirt because I'm going to wear my printed Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt.
Nice.
She'll take photos. Everyone's made her promise. Everyone. we
Never
know.
happens. Never.
Everyone we know has made her promise or made me promise to make her take photos.
There will be photos.
Or it didn't happen in their
Yeah.
minds because that is how often I wear a printed t-shirt.
Never.
I don't. We were talking about swag and Dinah's like, I'll get a shirt. I'm like, I'm getting a bag. No, I won't even wear printed shirts with my own logo. So now we talk about your interweave knits for the
Yeah, this
season.
week for our review, we are going to review Interweave Knits Fall 2018. It's got sweaters, and they basically all have cables.
So Diana loves all of them.
I love basically all of them.
I had problems with a lot of the shapes this year.
I love all of them.
I had
Cables
problems-
are beautiful
I
and
had-
perfect, and you can never tell me otherwise.
Sure. I think cables are great if they have the proper placement for your body type.
Cables are just wonderful.
Because there are types that don't wear things well. And that's a body shape thing.
I
And
guess.
that's a thing I can admit. I love cables. If you have tiny little cables that run up and down all the way across the body, I look like I have 3 giant 1 uniboob. It just does not look good on my body type. And that's
Alright,
not the
alright.
cable's fault. That's just my body type. And I know that, so I wouldn't make that. But the one with the single nice big intricate cable up the middle, and like small cable details elsewhere, looks just as good, but I'd actually wear.
So yeah, you wouldn't wear this one.
No, again, I would look like I have a uniboob.
I would love this one in like a red color. This is the Wendell
Ooh.
Street pullover.
They're in a red would be beautiful.
Let's see if I'm holding this up correctly. I think so.
I also don't like super highlighting the space under my boobs.
So this one is ribbing all over with some cables on the chest area and down the arms.
Yeah, there's the other reason I wouldn't make it.
It would be all very nice and fitted.
Ribbing. Yuck.
I have nothing against ribbing.
I do.
I have no hate for ribbing.
And I'm okay if people want to at me for having hate on ribbing.
It's fine. I had a hate on for doing cables for quite a while.
It's true, you did.
What was the first one that you liked?
I wrote down a list for you.
Yes, we're just going to go with your list because I like pretty much everything, so we'll be here forever.
Sure. Here's my list.
Your list. The Oxford Street pullover. Oh, it's this one. Perfect.
Because it's a turtleneck.
Yeah, look at this.
I'd have to make it longer. I have a bit of a longer torso, so I would just literally have to make it a bit of a longer sweater. So I would use up more yarn. But that, yeah. Also,
It's a turtleneck with all over cables
it is an all over cable pattern, yeah.
for audio listeners.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely set at the natural waistline. And I like that for a lot of what the magazine does is they're selling you a lifestyle image.
Yes.
That definitely sells a Jocelyn look.
Oh,
This
it does.
look that I'd be comfortable in, that I would wear, and that I would use, and would be super happy with. And I'm just thinking, like, I have a chocolate brown suede at home. I could make that skirt,
Oh, yeah.
and I could knit that in something like a nice deep forest green.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't those be Jocelyn colors. 100%.
100%.
Yep. So I'm like, oh, see, it's something I would make, and I would wear, and I would like. Done. And it would look good on my frame. I'd have to lengthen it, but that's neither here nor there. I don't have men to knit for in my life that would wear those things, so I'm okay
The
with
men's
that.
sweaters are also solid.
Men's sweaters are just fun.
Okay.
Was there any other ones that super caught your eye?
All of them, again.
Well, I mean, one of the ones where you're like, I would cast it on now if I had the yarn.
I mean, we also have a very similar taste in sweaters, so...
We really do, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Which
so...
is kind of funny considering that our tastes for everything else are wildly different.
That's true. So the next one you have written down is the Cape Cod pullover, which has a smaller all-over cable on the body. They're
It's an
thinner
office
cables.
pullover.
Oh yeah, it is. This is also the cover sweater.
It is the cover sweater, and I really like the cover sweater. I actually I just like it as is. In the color it is. I would extend the dimensions to fit my size properly, but it looks really nice and sharp and classic. Classic.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. And again, super usable everywhere. I can go for
Okay.
tea with my grandma in that one.
The next one we both super agree that we need
Yes.
is the Herring Cove wrap.
I want to know what size of yarn it's made out of and how much it is. How much yardage.
It recommends a Shibui yarn.
That's fine. That would not even slow me down.
So this wrap is like a long blanket that you can wear without looking like you're wearing a blanket, which is
It's
amazing.
Shibui. Do you know how warm and luxurious that would be?
That makes this at least a 3-digit cost.
Yeah.
That,
Well, anytime
that
you
is
do a
luxury.
And anytime you do a sweater, it's a 3-digit cost.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
But,
doing
yeah.
I'm okay saying the math. To do it through an indie dyer for me to have a sweater's quantity worth of yarn, it's $250 Canadian. It's if I'm buying from a Canadian dyer. If I'm buying from an American dyer, it's more.
But yeah,
Nothing about a hand knit wardrobe is cheap, folks.
no.
Unless you're okay doing the occasional article in acrylic. And I am. Because I happen to enjoy acrylic.
This thing is gorgeous. It has giant cables and small cables and
How much yardage is it?
oh goodness.
Because
It's
Shibui is lace held double, so you could do it at a fingering. If
it's Shibui Drift.
Drift is still in that super light fingering.
It says Shibui Drift, not drip, is 85% extra fine merino, 15% cashmere. It's 101 meters per 50 gram ball. This color is 2022 mineral. Takes 22 skeins. And this one is yarn weight 4. So it's actually like a worsted.
So you know, oh, do you know what that'd be really?
Hmm.
That Ancient Woods yarn that I saw from Dye For You.
Ancient Woods. Which one was that?
That's that green brown medley one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 There's like 300 and some odd yards for that in a DK, which is a little bit finer than a worsted.
Hmm.
Which that's fine. That's not hard math to do. To just adjust your yarn and have a bit DK, you'd use a bit less. Yeah, you'd use less than the worsted. But wouldn't
is
that
gorgeous.
be
That would be gorgeous.
or in the Worsted Away from the Midnight Cravings in that teal winter colorway they have. Or the,
I mean,
the
like,
red one.
really everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, the words everything can be used here. So you don't have to use Shibui if you can't, because Shibui is luxury yarn. Not everybody can afford that, and that is super okay.
Okay, so moving along from that dream.
Yep.
The next sweater you have written down is the Great Island Pullover.
See, that one was the one that caused us a lot of debate.
Yes. We decided that we liked the sweater, but not how they styled it over a polo shirt.
It just looks wrong styled over a polo shirt.
Yeah. But we came to the conclusion if it was over a nice dress shirt, it would
so much better.
be
If
so
it was
cute.
over a scoop neck tank top or t-shirt, it would look cute and casual rather than, I don't even know what it was they were going for, but they missed the mark.
I don't know.
I love the skirt too. But I just can't, I can't do that sweater with that polo shirt underneath it. Just, ugh.
So this is, let's see.
It's a nice deep V-neck, which is like one of the only V-neck sweaters in the whole book.
And it's got a nice cable. All the cables are focused in the middle of the V down the front.
Yep, which elongates and makes people look nice and tall.
And then the back panel is all over cable as well.
Yeah, which is totally fine, because people will either see it because you don't wear a backpack, or they won't because you do.
Yep.
That's how that works, folks. But it's, again, it's got that nice, comfy, but still you could wear it to work. I know you loved everything else about
Everything. Just absolutely everything. Like, flip through this magazine.
it. And enjoy it, but you know why you want to buy it? Because of the articles.
Yes.
Of all of the great knitting patterns in there, and there's some nice knitting patterns in there. For me, it's the articles this time around. This quarter.
This quarter? Yeah,
This quarter?
This quarter? This season?
This season, it's the pattern. It's the wool off the reservation,
Yep.
which talks about Navajo Indigenous Americans producing wool from the reservation and selling that. I'm like, I want some of that wool. That's just, to me, I'm like, yes, buckets like this. These are the sorts of people and small people and indie dyers that need that showcasing, that need that. We're here, we exist, come buy from us. Yeah,
I
like,
thought it was
that's
really
just-
interesting, the whole history of it. Like,
Yeah.
these sheep were great. And then we're so great white people came in and were like, nah, you're going to grow our sheep. Grow our sheep? Raise our sheep. Raise our sheep.
You don't grow sheep, you raise sheep.
You know what? You can grow sheep. But yeah, they basically
Finding you the
eradicated.
sheep chia pet so you can grow sheep.
They basically eradicated this actually useful kind of sheep with this
Yep.
other, it's fine kind of sheep, and
There's nothing wrong with the UK sheep. They're just different, that's all.
but yeah, and then like
I'm
so
the one with the half Native American heritage here.
and then like the comeback with it, and like they were. It's the history of like selling the wool for like not what it's worth, and then people
Yeah.
going, wait, this wool is actually great, I'll pay you way more money for this, and like how that it's going in that direction now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's a hand up, not a hand out.
yes.
Which I spent a lifetime being told that if you need to help people and people need help, you need to help them so they can help themselves.
Yes.
Not just help them stay where they are. That's when my brain's like, whoa, let's go buy some of that wool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we can, because that's like southern United States, I think.
I got a guy.
You got a guy? Of course you got a guy. So, let me know who your dealer is.
I got a guy. And I totally call him and go, I need you to go here and buy this. And your bribery is, oh, you're a massive Winnipeg Jets fan and you want a whiteout jersey? You need someone to stand in line for that. Go get the wool. Because he would. And he would hold on to the wool till I put the jersey in the mail. Which is fair. Because I would have to stand in line with the hockey people to get the whiteout jersey.
Ugh.
Which he doesn't have. And I've been holding on to that card. Because I can only use it once. Because then he'll have the jersey.
Might use it for this?
I might use it for the Navajo wool because it is a really nice wool. And I just want to go, hey, oh, and Mom, you can't steal it because it's all natural and you can't wear it.
Oh,
Dang, hey,
darn.
That's why I'm okay making sweaters out of acrylic because I am 5'10" to my mom's 5'4". Mom can't wear my sweaters, they're too big and way too long. She borrows them when she's over and she just drowns in them. She's like, I feel like a small child. I'm like, because you are compared to me, mother. Just how that works. But no, and it's such a beautiful highlight article. Now, don't get me wrong, the darning and repairing of cables
Also
in the Cable
very
Sweater
useful-
magazine.
Yeah, very useful.
And most of the time they hit the nail on the marker, and they've got really good articles. The other one I liked was Praise for the Art of Sucking.
I read that one a while back, and I don't.
It talks about why it's a good thing you just are not perfect at everything you pick up and try.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
a good sentiment.
It's having that pride in the thing that you do. As I hold and touch my exploration station, where it's my first time doing brioche, and I didn't do it well, and that we need to go, that's great because you tried, and sort of,
It's more important that you tried rather than succeeded.
yeah.
If you succeeded too, I mean that's
Bonus,
awesome.
sure,
but
but it's more
important
exciting that you
tried.
tried. Yeah, yeah. Rather than just worrying about the imperfections, celebrating the imperfections, or artisanal details, which I like.
Artisanal details.
I have many artisanal details in the shell, and I am okay with them. I'm proud of them because I tried something. I didn't just stick to what I knew, and it's a big part of experimenting. So. Those were for me this month, for this quarter, I guess. For this one, is just it was all about the articles. They just did an amazing job on articles this time.
Yeah. It's always great, but I especially love the fall magazines because fall is my jam.
Sweater
weather.
Sweater weather.
All right, so
But that's it
was
for the review. That was Interweave Knits.
Interweave Knits Fall 2018.
Sweet.
It is on stands until November
Some
12th, 2018. So if you happen to be by the magazine stand, go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a really lot of good fall ones. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. That's it. That's all, hey?
That is all, which is good because our battery's running low.
Sweet. Well, in which case, I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you,
Don't forget to knit.